everyone, welcome back to my After Effects tutorial channel. To those who subscribed, like and commented on my channel, thank you very much. And for those who are new in this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button, press like and click the notification bell so you will not miss any video contents that I'm gonna be uploading. Today I will show you how to create a golden save the date wedding invitation. Actually guys, you can use these techniques in all occasions. So without any delays, let's go inside After Effects. So we are here inside After Effects, and as you can see here, I already imported the assets folder. I also created a folders named comps and final comps. The comps folder, I also created another folders. I named the scene 1 and the scene 2, and then the scene 1 have two subfolders and I named it text and shape. These two folders have its own compositions inside. I will show it to you. These are the compositions. I already made it to save time in this tutorial. The settings for these compositions are almost all the same. 1920, 1080p, 30 frames per second, 10 seconds duration. So what I will do next is highlight this all. These are the compositions that we have to do first, and then I will arrange it, which compositions that I made first and which composition that I made last in this category. So I will open text 1 and I will grab the text tool and I will type here love can save memories. But since I am very slow in typing, I will just copy this one and paste it. And then I will make this font 1920 and I'm using Julieta regular font 120 pixels, and then I will align it horizontally and vertically, and then I will grab the text tool again and will type and so you can, but I will just copy and paste these words, and then I will make the pixels 100. I will align it horizontally and then move it up a bit, align it horizontally to make it sure, and this one too. So we are done with our text. All we have to do is to delete this one on our timeline, and then I will go create a layer and make solid layer, and I will name it Fractal Noise, and I will click OK. Go to effects and preset and find noise and grain, and then go to Fractal Noise. I will change fractal type here to dynamic twist, change the contrast to 150, transform, and then go to scale 150, go to subsettings, change the subscaling to 85, and then I will create an expression. I will click the Alt on the keyboard and hold it and click the stopwatch on the evolution to create an expressions, and I will type time times 50. If we will play this one, you will see that there is a movement on our fractal noise. So all we have to do is to close it and duplicate it by clicking the keyboard Control D. You don't need to do anything else except to check invert. So we are done with our fractal noise. We have to take it out from our timeline and go to the text animation. We are now in the text animation. All we have to do is to go back to project file, drop down the text one and the fractal, and then highlight the text one, hide the fractal, and find effect and presets, go to transition and CC image wipe. I will create an animation by going my playhead to 1 second, create a keyframe by clicking this stopwatch in here in completion, and I want this amount to be 100, and go my playhead to 3 seconds and change this to 0, and then press U and go to about 8 seconds. Click here to create a keyframe and go to 10 seconds and change this amount to 100, and then I will create a layer, go to adjustment layer, and then put my playhead here at the first second, and then open bracket key to move the layer, and then go my playhead to about 5 seconds, go to edit and split the layer, and delete the layer that you don't use anymore. Highlight the adjustment layer, go to effects and preset and find distort and turbulence displace, and then create a keyframe on the first second and make it 0 amount. Then click here on the amount, the stopwatch, in order to create a keyframe. Go to about 3 seconds and make this amount to 50%, and then go to 5 seconds and make this amount to 0. So if we will scrub this playhead, you can see that there's movement, and I will go back to text 1, go to gradient, and then change the layer here from text 1 to fractal. So if we will scrub our playhead, you can see that there is a image wipe working now. So now we are done with this text animation. All we have to do is to delete this one on our timeline again and go to project file and drop down our reflection image, and I will go to effects and preset, and I will go to stylize and go to motion tile. I will make the output width to 800 and the output height is 200, and I will press P for the position, and I will make my playhead on the very start, and I will click the stopwatch here to create a keyframe and go to about 10 seconds and make it negative 1300. So if we will scrub our ray head, there you go, there's already a movement too. I will highlight this one first and go to effects and preset, and I will find color correction and find tint. I will change the amount in here to about 80%. I have here a color code in order to match my original video. So I will go to map to black and then highlight this one, copy the code and paste it in here. Click OK, and I will also change this map white to gray by again highlighting this map to white code, copy it and paste it. I will go again to effect and preset and find blur and sharpen, and then fast box blur. I will change the radius to about 10. So now we will use this as our reflection image. So we are done, and delete this one in our timeline again. Go to animation final and go to project file and drop down the text animation that we made. Go to effects and preset and find distort and CC blob lies. So the blobbiness, we will change this text animation. Okay, we will just change the softness to 15 and make this cutaway 3. The lightness, I will probably use the alpha. Down here I will choose point light, and then go to effects and preset and go to color correction, choose curves. Here I will change the RGB mode to red, and then move it up, and then from red to green, move it up, and I will change the green, and I will change the green to blue, then move it down, and then probably the RGB mode, I just wanted it to darken it a bit. So we are here now on our shape. So I will open the shape folder and I will find the footage that I'm gonna be using. So I will click the footage, and I have here shapes which I rendered. So to save time, and drag it down to my timeline, and you can see the shape here. If I will scrub it down, you will see an animation here already. So I will delete this one to my timeline and go to shape 1 and drop the shape footage, and you can see in here, and I will again delete this to my timeline, go to animation, and I will drop down the shape 1, and I will do the reflection too. I will drop down the image that I'm gonna be using as a reflection, and then go to effects and preset and go to stylize and find motion tile. I will change the output width to 500, and then I will check the mirror edges, and then click P on my keyboard to open position, and then create a keyframe by clicking the stopwatch here. Go to 10 seconds, and I will move this like this. So if we will play this one, there's already a movement on our reflection. So what I will do next is to go to effects and preset, go to color correction, and then I will make this one 80%, go back to effects and preset, and find pass box blur, and I will make blur radius to 10. So now I will go back to project file, drag down this reflection to my timeline, make it at the bottom, and change the track matte to alpha. So you can see here there's already a nice cut on our shape. If you can't find track matte in here, just toggle the switches mode. And then I will go to effects and preset again, go to distort and CC globalize. I will change some settings in here. I will change this from reflection to shape, and then I will change the softness to about 10, and then I will change this cutaway to about 5, and I will change this from lightness to alpha, and then change the light to point light. I will go again to effects and preset and find color correction curves. I will change the RGB to red and then drag it up, and then from red to green, drag it up again, and then I will change from green to blue, and I will drag it down. So now we have a nice golden color. So now we will go to final animation, go to project file and drag down the animation one, and click your keyboard Control D to duplicate it, and highlight these two layers and press P to open position, and then I will change the position on the other one. First I will go to layer, go to transform and flip the other one horizontal. Then I will drag it down and move it on the right side corner of my composition. I will drag the other one up. I will move it on the left side corner of my composition. So we are done here. All we have to do is to delete these compositions in our timeline, highlight it all and duplicate it, and drag it up to the shape 2 folder, and then close the shape folder, open the text 1 and highlight again all these compositions, and then duplicate it and drag it up to text 2 folder, and then open it up by double clicking it and arrange it. And again I will click the text and I will change this. I'll just copy this one paste it in here, so it will be changed. And then I will also click this one, double click it to change the text, and I will highlight this and copy and then paste. This fractal too, I will not change it, so I have to delete it. Same with the text tree, because we already have done changing the text on it. And then go to reflection. The reflection here, I will highlight it and go to effects and control and check it out whether, yeah, it's the same, so I don't need to change it. And then I will go to text animation 2 and go to project file, and then highlight this text one here, and you have to highlight this text 3 in here and press alt hold and drag the text tree down. So you can see the text have been changed. Also, in order to be independent with each other, you have to drag this fractal 2 down too, so it will not affect the fractal noise that you have made the first one on the scene 1. Now we are done with this here, so we will go to text animation final and change the text. Press hold alt, drag the text animation 2 in here to change this one here, and then the text reflection, you also have to highlight it and change this one out. Now if we will scrub our playhead, it has been changed already and the color are all changed. So we are done with this composition. All we have to do is to delete it again on our timeline. So we will go to our shape to highlight all the compositions, double click it to open it up on our timeline, and then rearrange it again. So go to the shape footage and go down. We are done with the text too, so we have to close it. And we are done with the image. All we have to do is to open the footage. I will just delete this one and then drop down the frame footage that I have. So this is the footage, so I have to press S to scale it up a bit from 100 to 170 and delete this one on our timeline. I'll just click alt and hold and drop the shape footage too. So now it has been changed. I will again delete this one, and the reflection, I will check it out here. I think this is good, so I will go to animation 2 and delete this reflection, and I will go to project, close this footage and asset folder, and I will click and hold the shape 1, change it to the shape 3. I also have to change the reflection so that it's independent to the scene 1. We are done here, so we will go now to final animation 2, and again I I will highlight the animation one, and I will delete one of these, highlight the animation one remaining, click Alt and hold, and drag the animation 2 in here to change it. Click the horizontal alignment and the vertical alignment. So we are done with this composition, so I have to delete it and take it out again from my timeline, and then go to final comps. I will highlight these two compositions, double click it to open it up in my timeline, arrange it, and then take this one out. So this is the final comps that we will make. All we have to do is to go back to project file, open the scene one, and drop down the text animation final, and I will open the shape folder. I will drag down the final animation and then go to scene 2. Again, I will drop down the text animation final 2 and go to shape 2 and drop down the shape 3, and then highlight these two, go my playhead to about not, I screwed up, so I have to delete this one. So I have to drop down this final animation too and highlight these layers, move my playhead to about 10 seconds, and press open bracket key to move it. Maybe I will just make it 9.29, and again press open bracket key. So we will add some more elements on it. So I will close this one, the comps and the final comps. I will open the assets folder, go to my footage, and first I will drop down the yellow, no, at the topmost. I will also drop the footage particle. I will make this particle here. I will just toggle the switches and then make this add together with the yellow. I will also drop down the bouquet. Press T for opacity, and I will make it 20%. And then I will go to layer, new solid. I will name it BG or background. And I will go to effects and preset, and I will find generate gradient crump, and I will change the start color to, I have here an exact code for my old and original video. So I will just copy this one and paste it and click OK. I will also change the end color and paste it in here and click OK. and I will change this to radial rump, and I will move it at the back. I will highlight the particle, click Ctrl D to duplicate it twice, and then move these layers forward. If you want to adjust the position of your text because it's not at the center of the frame, all you have to do is to highlight this text animation final 2, press P for the position, and move it up. Also on the first scene that we have, if this text is not really that center, all you have to do is to highlight the text animation final 1 and press P for the position, and I will drag it down just a touch. There you go. So when we play this one, very nice. After the final composition had been done, open render composition and open the final comps. Go to final and drag it down to your timeline. And so we will play this again. So we are done with our tutorial, and if you think that it helps you, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and press the notification bell so that you will be updated to all the video contents that I'm gonna be uploading in the next few days. My thoughts for today, guys, is that if you feel frustrated, discouraged, and stressed, just ask God sincerely for strength and He will give it to you in due time. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. God bless.